I know that Tyler Robinson has been arrested for the death of Charlie Kirk, but if you ask me, his roommate, Lance Twiggs, is just as responsible for what happened to Charlie. Because you see, I believe that Tyler did this for Lance. In his whacked out mind, in their crazy, Looney Toony world that they lived in their furry delusions, I feel like Tyler viewed Lance as his trans damsel in distress, and Charlie was the dragon that he needed to slay. We don't have evidence right now that Tyler was trans, but we know for a fact that his boyfriend / roommate is. And once we got information about this roommate today, of course, everyone was digging through the social media. I've already put out multiple videos about this. This guy's social media blew the lid off of this case. Because before everything started getting deleted and scrubbed, and these people started scurrying like roaches when you cut the lights on, I found at least, no exaggeration, at least a half a dozen social media accounts that Tyler's little boyfriend was following. And on these half a dozen social media accounts, these people were hinting that Charlie was going to get hurt. And then afterwards, they were celebrating, going so far as to say, we did it. And there's other accounts that were posting weird stuff too, but about a half a dozen, I can confirm, were directly hinting that something was going to happen to Charlie. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the boyfriend, the trans boyfriend of the guy who killed Charlie, just so happens to be following all of these people. Okay? So there's a lot getting exposed. This is deeper than most people think. It's definitely way deeper than Tyler, and it's deeper than Lance as well. In fact, one of the last people that Lance followed, their last post is basically a picture that looks like the same picture from Tyler's shirt. And it's a meme about viewing trans women as real women. And they also post videos, basically attacking Matt Walsh. And every post is something about like trans ideology, trans rights nonsense. So there's a bigger network here for sure. And I've exposed that in a couple of other videos, and I'm going to expose more in the future. For now, though, we're actually hearing from the family of Lance. And they say that he is hateful. And they haven't talked to him for a few years, ever since he started Looney Tooning out, if you know what I mean. I want to go ahead and dive into this article, but before I do, this is important information that I know the mainstream media is going to be reluctant to share. So I want you guys to share this video with your friends, with your family. Share it on social media. Share it far and wide. Hit the like button. Drop a comment. Let us know your opinions. You won't be silenced here. Now let's go ahead and dive into this article, shall we? Lance Twiggs was named as the roommate of accused Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson. After these reports, we reached out to family members of Twiggs by phone. The first family member declined to comment and hung up. The second family member confirmed information that was already out there, but also provided additional details as well. For starters, the family member who has not spoken to other members of the news media alleges that Twiggs harbored animosity towards conservatives and Christians. They confirmed that Twiggs was trans or transitioning and said that Robinson was allegedly Twiggs' boyfriend. They did live together, the family of Lance Twiggs said. He, Lance, is very angry with anyone who is supportive of conservative ideals and Christian values. As far as I know, he was not going by another name. I just know that he was in the process of transitioning. I know he was trying to take different medications, alleged the relative of Lance. The relative said that they had heard secondhand from other family members that Lance had allegedly wished horrible things on people. I've really distanced myself from him. There was evil inside, and it was only getting worse. The shaken relative, who almost broke down in tears at one point during the interview, asked not to be named. The relative alleged that Lance is not mentally well at all. Asked whether Lance was trans and transitioning, the family member said, "This is true. I cannot be sure when it started. I have suspicions it would have been about 4 years ago." The family member claims that Robinson was Lance Twiggs' boyfriend. "I knew he had a boyfriend. I never met him. None of us had." The relative was not sure how long they were together. Asked how the relative knew Robinson, allegedly Lance Twiggs' boyfriend, the relative responded, "Lance disclosed that, not to me directly. He wanted to have lunch with other family members to introduce his boyfriend." The relative said that they had avoided having anything to do with Lance for about 4 years. "I knew the reason I had nothing to do with him is because he is full of evil and hatred. While this is extremely shocking, I was afraid that he might hurt someone." The family member claims that they based this belief off the fact that things he had said to family members. "For at least 4 years, I have not talked to him," the relative said. "I did not want him around my personal family. He is not a healthy person. He is very angry with anyone and everyone, especially people who support conservative ideals and Christian values. We feel collectively as a family, we feel sick. We were all very devastated that this had happened to Charlie Kirk. It should never have happened. We liked him with the things he believed in. This shouldn't happen in our country at all." The family member said the devastation came from having it come any way close this way. It was completely unexpected. The relative learned that Robinson was accused of shooting Kirk on Friday. "Tyler, I did not know him at all," added the relative. According to the relative, the Twiggs family is generally conservative and Christian, so Lance's beliefs deviated from his family's political stances. "I hate what happened to Charlie Kirk," said the relative. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, Lance is not this innocent little lady boy sitting in his apartment having no clue what his boyfriend is out there doing at the Charlie Kirk event. Lance knew damn good and well what was going on. We already got that confirmed through the Discord messages. The fact that the FBI hasn't brought this guy in yet, I really don't understand that. But yeah, this guy is evil according to his own family. This guy is evil. He had been saying hateful things, so much so that they wouldn't allow their kids or no one really close to them to go around him anymore for the last few years, ever since he started ladyboying out. So he hated everything Charlie Kirk stood for. And he, along with others on the internet, hyped up Tyler to do what he did. That's what it looks like to me. Allegedly, that's what they did. You can't tell me otherwise. I mean, it's right there, blatant, in front of all of our faces. So now, the debate over what the motive is can be laid to rest. There's no need to be arguing over, well, what issue did Tyler kill Charlie over? It was kind of obvious from the beginning. Now it's all confirmed. Maybe it's not confirmed by the mainstream media, but it's all laid out there in front of us. Do you need everything spelled out for you? Tyler got brainwashed and indoctrinated on the internet by far left-wing trans weird stuff. Okay? Tyler got lured in by a trans extremist group online who he was in communication with online. He got lured into or somehow winded up in a relationship with some dude who was a furry, okay, that was transitioning into a woman. And eventually, I guess they hyped him up, or he got the bright idea that maybe this was a good thing to do for his trans furry partner or whatever. But basically, Tyler went and did what he did, not only for himself, but of course for his lover and everyone else in their little group that were communicating and had knowledge about what was going to happen before it did. So it's plain as day. And I'm sure there's more people involved than what I know of. But like I said, there's at least a half a dozen people that for sure were hinting that they knew something was going to happen to Charlie. And it's more than just a coincidence when all of these people are followed by the suspect and his lady boyfriend. So, yeah. Hopefully the FBI is on all of this stuff. Hopefully I wake up tomorrow and arrests have already been made. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.